should British politicians be condemning Trudeau and the Canadian government? It is absolutely unbelievable what is happening in Canada. Unbelievable. I covered it somewhat in my Rumble stream last week, and I will again this week. I'm going to keep it close. It's one of, it could actually be a massive historical event, this. And these people, these protesters in Canada, are so brave and so important. This could be a majorly historic story. And Trudeau has shown, even while Merkel was still in charge of Germany, even then I still thought and think Justin Trudeau is the worst leader of any Western country, and there is some stiff competition for that one. He is awful, and he's shown himself during this, in recent events in Canada. They've given so much away. The power of the big tech giants, threatening to freeze bank accounts of protesters, calling protesters Nazis and fascists. I believe he said a few people waving swastikas about. He is utterly vile. And let's not forget that we still have some formal connections with Canada. And those formal connections, to answer your question specifically, those formal connections should be being used to absolutely condemn the treatment of protesters in Canada, the smearing and demonization of protesters in Canada, and above all, to condemn this little worm, Justin Trudeau. He is the epitome of globalist shill. There are some famous pictures of him, and you can just see it. You can see how he's a Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates disciple. No backbone, no principle, a complete and absolute operator for the globalist machine. To my mind, the 100% the worst leader in the Western world, and like I say, that is saying something. And yes, 100%, this country needs to speak up and do something. Do something. We talk about all sorts of sanctions for Ukraine. And it's got nothing to do with us. Actually, Canada does have something to do with us. If I was in Parliament, I would certainly be standing up and condemning it. And I would be questioning and embarrassing the government as to why it has nothing to say about what's going on in Canada, a country with close and formal alliances with this country. Go completely insane about Ukraine or various different issues around the world, and always on its soapbox. The Western countries always on their soapbox when it suits them about freedoms and freedom to protest and press freedoms. And where are they now? Nowhere to be seen, because it doesn't suit them politically to condemn Justin Trudeau. Get me into Parliament and I will.